Hello everyone. What you're about to see is a demonstration of an Appian application designed by Kilby Solutions. We build rapid, low-code custom applications alongside businesses to help them optimize productivity. A common item that often comes up with our customers is getting control of and modernizing their resource management. Timely and accurate allocation of resources is critical for a company to be productive. With our solutions, scheduling, inventory availability, and resource allocation are all addressed to free up time spent on manual tasks, allowing our clients to focus on the big picture. This application was created to assist program managers at pharmaceutical companies, specifically in the drug trial space. Through our development process, we identified the different users of the application and their needs to arrive at a comprehensive solution to some of their most common headaches. Although this application is geared towards issues facing the pharmaceutical space, the core ideas of this process can and have been applied to several other spaces, including energy production, warehouse maintenance, and solution delivery. After we go through the concepts of the current solution, I will explain how these ideas can be modified to fit the needs of others. As mentioned, we first need to lay out the users of this application. There are the executives that need to be able to monitor all research efforts from the bird's eye, with the ability to drill down into data if needed. We also included current and forecasted metrics to aid them in the decision-making process. There are the program managers who need to be able to fully monitor and control the programs they are in charge of. That includes delineating phases of research, onboarding personnel, and assigning tasks to make sure that they are on pace. And finally, the resources of the program. This is the language used by the company, but these are the healthcare professionals being pulled into the different phases of the drug trials. They need to be made aware of any changes to their responsibilities or tasks assigned to them. We'll start at the Regulatory Intelligence homepage. Here you can see a current snapshot of upcoming trials and current programs. To note, a program will have several phases of trials, which need to be fully resourced before they begin. This provides an easy reminder to managers that they need to schedule sufficient resources. We also included red alert text if the trial is starting soon. This provides transparency to whomever the manager reports to, making it clear that scheduling is under control. Along with the reminders on the site, we also send out email notifications to managers when certain time-sensitive items need to be completed. Depending on how critical, we will also copy others associated with the program to make sure the task is completed on time. If a manager clicks on one of the upcoming trials, they are shown a breakdown of what resources have been scheduled and what is needed. And below that, they can see potential matches. By selecting a potential match, they can onboard the individual to the program. They can also hire new resources that have not worked in previous programs. Current programs provide some information about active programs and their statuses, including if anything is on critical path, where program managers and likely their supervisors will need to step in to remedy any issues. We have actions available on the right to create programs, co-sponsors, resources, and tasks. We'll go ahead and create a program to see how forms work within our applications. This form is two parts to optimize layout as well as logic. If we go through and input the name, select co-sponsors, trial type, current phase, and additional data items, the application generates the schedule automatically based on preferences of the client. This can be changed on the next page. We can also attach any regulatory documents or images for reference. When we click Next, we are taken to the task creation section. Here the schedule for the program is laid out for us. For each stage of the program, we can see information needs to be entered or verified. For each stage, we can change the name, select which task must be completed, the start date, and the number of days this stage will take. We can provide any additional notes. Under required deliverables, we can attach documents that must be completed in order to mark the task as completed and move to the next section. Under resources, we can select how many of each personnel is needed and their rate. This will be reflected in the cost estimate at the top of the page. Once created, the program manager can start scheduling the resources of the program. We'll look at how that is done now. From the homepage, under the Manage section, we can view all programs. In this listing, we can find much more granular data, as well as make modifications. We can see the whole schedule of the program, the staff resources associated, supporting documents, and the deliverables. You have the ability here to upload the completed deliverables so others can access them. All of the data available is meant to give those accessing it the correct information to assess the viability of the program and/or identify critical flaws that need to be addressed. The next item we will look at is Program Insights. Here we have a snapshot of all active programs. We have our success rate on bids, the value of all active programs, and the value of our projections to make sure that the department is headed in the right direction. Below we can see a tree map of co-sponsors to see who we partner with the most. And if we drill down, we can see the figures for each of the programs we co-sponsor them with. On the right, we have pie charts showing the breakdown of all programs by status, phase, trial type, and value. We have a bar chart of staffed resources by volume, and finally, a program listing that reflects all of the data we're looking at. All of these charts are connected, so if I select the phase 1 portion of this pie chart, all the data in the report updates based on that filter. And if you want to see more details or make any changes to a program, you can select it in the listing to be taken to the program dashboard. Finally, we can navigate to the program planning report. This report is the main way for managers to staff resources for projects. It shows the resource gaps for trials beginning in the next 5 weeks and the familiar potential matches listing. Here we can onboard employees with the aims to mitigate any resource gaps before a trial begins. Below is a report of all individuals who will be leaving a trial within the next 5 weeks to give a snapshot of who is becoming available. If I select an individual, you will see more details and also be provided a potential match, with the option to select one manually. Finally, we have a report showing the flow of all staff resources in the next 2 months. That completes the demonstration of the regulatory intelligence application. I spoke to this earlier, but the main idea of this application is not tied to pharmaceutical trials. We've employed similar solutions to energy production, for example. In power plants, there are a lot of items that need to be maintained. Using this same idea, we have created systems that allow individuals to create work requests. Plant managers view all of these requests and schedule their crews to take care of the items, providing any additional information in their work order. The crew receives the work order and takes care of the item, marking it as completed once finished, and everyone is notified. Granted, this is an oversimplification of a much more complex process. We also have the ability to build in special cases, set reminders, notify supervisors, make comments, and many other things. Along with the productivity gains in digitalizing a process, we also provide the ability to collect a large amount of structured data, encouraging trend analysis to improve productivity further. Here at Kilby Solutions, we aim to make the lives of our clients simpler, and I hope this has demonstrated our capabilities in doing so. If you have any questions or would like to talk to one of us about how we can make your life simpler, our information is in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.